Okay, this is your boy, Laddie Boy, back with a new tutorial. And for today, my tutorial is actually gonna be I'm using XR18 again in conjunction with Reason, but this time the purpose of my recording today or my video is to show you I'm using my vocal track and my live vocal mic in XR app, and I'm using the effects in Reason. So instead of using the effects on the XR app, I'm using my XR in Reason in real time to produce my effects and delay that I have here in the Reason rack. Um, so the whole thing about this tutorial is processing my live vocals in Reason and having it return back to my XR to mix with the rest of the band. So these tracks here, which are coming from Reason back to the XR, pretending this is a live band, drums, piano, bass, organ, sax, everything. But my vocals, I'm not using any effects processing from XR app. I'm actually using my effects in Reason. So as you can see when I talk, my vocal is showing up over here, it is showing up in my reverb here, and it's also down here. But at the moment I have them dry, so you're not hearing them. To set this up, what I did, I put my mic into channel 11, which is my analog to digital converter. I'm running it type of loud right now, but and then I'm sending the signal into Reason in real time on a track that I'm not recording and sending it back. I'm capturing 11 here, and then I'm sending it back to my XA on 12. So if you see, and I go over here to 12, 12 is coming as my vocal return on my USB 12 coming in, and this is coming back from Reason. So what it allows me to do is to add effects in Reason to my live microphone going into the XA and process it and bring it back in on a separate channel. I could not bring it back on the same channel because analog to digital converter, and they say these cannot be simultaneously engaged. You can't have a signal going out, coming in on your input, and coming back to your USB return at the same time. I haven't figured that one out yet, but I think it can be done. Just that I guess depending on how we set it up here, I'm not sure. So what I'm doing, I'm setting it up like this. And my next tutorial, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see if I can send any signal from these channels out into Reason for live processing and bring it back into the XA. And that way I'll probably have to set up more tracks in there for them and actually have the signal reroute back in on a probably on a bus on 17 and 18 to blend back with. So that's a little more technical. But for now, what I'm doing is that if you see, I can go over. Let's see. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Let me move this again. Put this here. Move the rack over a little further. So back to my XA. So what I can do if I add reverb, you can see my reverb here is coming back on my reverb channel here. See? So sorry. So you can see my reverb. I'm trying to figure out a way to anchor this so it doesn't move. And I'm gonna add a little echo. One, two. One, two. So you can see my return is gonna come back the way I want it to come back. So let me reduce this, bring this up a little bit. I'm gonna play the actual track coming back to my feed. Yeah, we don't want no war. 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 Yeah. We don't want no war. We don't want no war. We don't want. We don't want. We don't want no war. No more war. We don't want. So you can see I'm actually using reason for my effects. I'm using reason for my effects in real time with my live tracks in the XR, but doing all my processing over on the reason side. Because my whole intention is not just to show this, but let me get rid of this. It's gonna be actually to show that I want to be able to set my reverb in reason and compress it over there, just the reverb, which is going to involve more setting up, and then bringing the reverb back and mixing it back on the channel with my live mic. But for now, I'm just showing you how I could put reverb on my mic without using the XR, and it opens up that you could actually do a lot more with the effects this way, because in the, let's say, in my effect setting here, there's no way you could put more than one. If you could run one effect into the other, I haven't really gotten into that. I haven't figured that out yet. But one of the things I had to do to achieving this over reason, I have to make sure and set my latency down to as low as I can, so that when I talk, it would actually not have any latency coming back to the software. So you can see when I talk in my XA, you can see that these two are moving basically the same. I guess the gain on this one's a little different than my return gain. Let's see, 1, 2. So you can see that it is a slight delay, but not enough that would affect the music. I can still adjust my latency and reason more to make it tighter. I could bring it down to, let's say, 64, but then you start to get the buffer size, start to do some noise in there. Which I can also do the compensation in, but it's not about reason. It's about how I take my raw vocal, which is on 11, send it into reason, process it, and bring it back in my live mix so that I can start using effects outside of XA app with XA app. If you understand what I'm saying, it's like doing it with the Waves Rack plugin. It's the same concept you could do in Reason, and I'm using the standalone, not the rack version of Reason. I'm using the rack to demonstrate it, but I'm using the actual Reason software. So I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to explain. Is that I'm sending my vocals live into Reason, processing my vocal with anything I want in reason I can process it with and bring it back into my XR and be able to use that effect with my with my with my XR song. So let me look for something a little more. Let's see, synchronous modulator. Let me see. One, two, check. One, two. You see, I'm getting signal there. So if I one, two, one, two, one, two. Well, this one is not good. It's still, but let me see if I can find another effect. Um, that maybe, let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Um, shit. Let's see if I can find built-in devices. Not the vocoder or the say. Sorry about that. You see, I can bring this here and let me go back to play the track. Oh yeah, we know, yeah, 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 oh, what, yeah, so you see, that's just I was actually trying out some different modulation effects that you can use like this to add things that you can't actually get in the XR at live because these things doesn't really exist there. So if you guys like this video, man, hit me up. Let me know some comments. Peace out.